Hello, and Merry Christmas. It's that time of year again where I'm going to do a little bit more of a rambly, just sort of talk about some stuff type video. Obviously, I'll still answer questions, but as a Christmas gift to me, this question is from me. Question is, what other YouTubers would you like to collaborate with? Now, obviously, I know that I am basically a nobody. I've got, I think, single digit subscribers and upwards of double digit viewers. So I am aware that collaboration with others is at this point a long shot, to put it nicely. But who that has thought about starting a YouTube channel or that has started a YouTube channel never asked themselves, didn't ask themselves which YouTuber they'd want to work with or make videos with or aspire to be like. So, yeah, here's that list. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe it'll be annual. Probably not. But we'll see. We'll see who's on it. I guess we'll start with with what you would expect would be the obvious stuff, is the other ASM artists. And as probably a twist to many of you, I don't know what you expect, but I don't really have anybody that I would really want to collaborate with in the ASMR space. I love all of the ASMR artists that I am subscribed to, and to the many of them that I am not. The reason I subscribed to them was because of either their mannerisms or their sounds or their voice. And so for me, when that ASM artist collabs with somebody else, there is a non-zero chance that I might elect not to watch that video, or I guess listen to that video, because I don't know what that other person's going to sound like. Now, a fair number of ASM artists collab with other ASM artists that I'm already subscribed to, so hey, whatever. But in my personal preference, I enjoy a female voice, or just sort of like sound effects broadly. So if I see somebody collabing with a male voice, I am way less likely to watch that video. And so if I were to put myself in one of those videos, like Maria Gentle Whispering, for example, great ASM artist, love her videos. She's fantastic. She's been doing it for ages. If the choice was exclusively mine, I would not choose to join one of her videos, because I know as a subscriber, I would not want to listen to that video, because my voice is not what I'm going to her channel for. I understand, like, it's in a professional space, right? Like, that collabing with anybody else, especially somebody with her levels of subscribers and fame and her talent, would do my channel great good. And so, like, if she wanted to, absolutely, 100%. I mean, I'm down. It goes for any ASM artist, really. If they want to use my voice for something, or they'd like to work together on some kind of project, I am happy to help them if that's what they want. But personally, I don't know that I would choose to work with any other ASM artists. So that's sort of the obvious stuff. But let's get a little less obvious. Less obvious, because I don't talk about myself all that much on this channel. But I suppose if you know the channels I'm about to talk about and the content I've made videos about, you could probably connect the dots very easily. So I think the very, 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 very top of my list is Jetlag the game, or Jetlag as it's more often known. I personally have a very big interest in gaming and maps, cartography sort of broadly, and just weird, interesting stuff. And so that channel hit me right in my core, and I love it, and it's great, and I would love to work with them on anything, everything. It would be absolutely incredible. That's maybe my peak. My slightly down from the peak is similar, but in an entirely different space. I have this just psychotic video idea that I'd like to work with MBT, Mono Blutron, Joseph Rothschild. I think that would be incredible. Well, it would actually probably be him and the whole wonky quartet, if anybody knows who all four of them are, um, and maybe some others. Who knows? But yeah, I'm a surprise. I'm a big Yu-Gi-Oh fan, so MBT or SEMO or Nim Nim or DZ or really anybody in the Yu-Gi-Oh space. It'd be really cool to work with them and just sort of give back to the community that I've been a part of for so long, or I've been a sort of a casual observer of for so long. That would be really cool, just to work on really any project. Play Yu-Gi-Oh for the first time in, oh god, 10 years? 50, oh boy, that'd be fun. Or a disaster. Either way. Gosh, who else is on the wish list? Those are the two big ones. Oh, I love Lateral. The I am I am inherently a cheapskate, and so I tend not to subscribe to Patreons and Twitch channels and YouTube memberships or podcast networks or whatever. So I really only watch the highlight reels that get posted like every 2 or 3 days. But Lateral with Tom Scott is an excellent little quasi game show, fact show, which I adore, and it would be super fun to be on any episode. But he's also done episodes with Adam Savage, who was just one of my favorite TV personalities ever, and I think Hank Green was, I think, literally on the same episode that they did together, so that would be crazy. And really a bunch, I guess the Jet Lag crew has done that also. Hey, look, worlds collide. But yeah, it'd be super cool to be one of the guests on Jet Lag. On Lateral. Jeez, forgetting where I am. I suppose in that same vein, to be on Adam Savage's Tested would be crazy. I'm not a maker, so like I don't know why I would be there, but it'd be really cool to meet Adam Savage and visit his cave and just sort of talk about his life, because it's been just eminently fascinating. I guess in the theme of, it's not really so much of a YouTube channel or even a collab, but I'm just going to call out Dropout.tv's many great game shows. I don't know that I have the acting chops or the stress response for a game like Game Changer, or even really Make Some. I don't know if I have the improv chops for Make Some Noise, but dog, if I wouldn't kill somebody to be on either of those shows, that'd be pretty cool. Boy, I watch a lot of reactors. I'll just sort of call out Sorta Stupid or Blind Wave, Mellow from Mellowverse, or Melverse, I guess. Reacts with Jax, Natalie Gold, and a few more. I can't remember all their names off the top of my head at this moment. But, and that's another thing, kind of like ASMR, right? Like, it'd be really cool to join people that I am a fan of for a watch of something, especially if it's like, one of my favorite movies or favorite TV shows or whatever. But the people that watch those people are watching them because they like the personalities on those shows, on those couches, in those chairs, on screen, and or because the types of television and movies that they are watching align with the types of television and movies that you like. So having me randomly jump into that mix, it's not great, probably, but hey, we're talking about what I want. So yeah, it'd be really cool to join any of those guys for anything. In kind of a similar category, we'll call it one category adjacent. There's a few channels that I really like that the channel is all about them. And so like, I don't understand how I would work with them, but I'm a huge fan of Game Champ 3000, Code Bullet, those kinds of channels where like, yeah, it'd be cool to collaborate, but I don't know what I would do. I mean, yeah, I probably I could lend them my voice for something. That'd be really cool, I guess. They've both done that before for other things, but I don't know if it makes a whole lot of sense one way or the other. Similarly, Hiji, or How It Should Have Ended. Been a fan of that for almost a decade, maybe more than a decade. God. So it'd be cool to do like a voice of somebody for some movie on that, but I don't know if that would ever happen per se. Ooh, there's one. Jeez, it'd be a very expensive flight because I would love to go out and meet them, but I'm board gamer. Not that I get a lot of questions about board gaming, but so it's how could you know that? But the reviewers slash let's call them reviewers. Shut Up and Sit Down are maybe the only reviewers that I am actually subscribed to, so it'd be really cool to join them for something. I mean, who on the internet doesn't want to be on an episode of Good Mythical Morning? It's been running for ages, and Rhett and Link are both very cool dudes, at least from what I can tell on their, from watching them both on their show and the couple of times they've done Fallon or their Ear Biscuit podcast or some other things they've done outside of just Good Mythical Morning. They seem like cool dudes. And they're, not that much older than I am. They are, but, they're older than I am, but I think we'd get along at least a little. Oh, shoot. And probably my number 3, which, why I'm doing it here. Ugh. Boy, my memory. Drawfee. If you've never heard of it, it's a great show. It's artists just drawing stuff. They take prompts from their YouTube comments or now their Patreon Discord. But hey, Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. They've done several Yu-Gi-Oh! Episodes at this point, and they're almost always hosted by one of their hosts, Karina, who is the resident Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan of the 4 regular artists that they have on there. And God's almighty, would I give anything to host a Yu-Gi-Oh! Episode of Drawfee, if only so I could be on the show, but also to give Karina a chance to, actually draw a Yu-Gi-Oh! Thing instead of having to just sit there and watch her friends fail to do so. So that would be cool. Or heck, I'll host any show. I'm just a big fan. It'd be great to be on any part of an episode of Drawfee or anything like that. Oh, I guess maybe one of the last people I would put on the list is Daniel Thrasher. He's another guy who, again, he's got his shit together. He's very popular. He's very talented. He's very good at what he does. So yeah, I don't know what I would bring to the table, but his second channel has been just one of my favorite things to watch. Just him going through Reddit and just reading dumb stories and offering armchair psychologist advice to people. It's very funny, very good content. Again, it'd be great to just do a video. I know his normal content tends to be more short form, more like sketch comedy stuff, so I don't know if I have the chops for it, but I'd be down to try. I guess this is going to come way out of left field, but Purple Cliff has a video series he does, Last to Leave, etc., etc. He's going through all the generations of Pokemon. It's this, I would say 24-hour, but I don't remember if they've actually ever gone 24 hours. It's like a 12 to 17-hour stream video recording that they do, where they do little Pokemon challenges, and you can get survivor style immunity by catching shinies in any Pokemon game of the generation, I think. I don't remember all the rules exactly, but it seems like, number one, a terrible time for everybody involved, because they're all awake for 15 hours just grinding Pokemon or whatever. But I'm the kind of crazy person who enjoys staying up all night like that and playing games and doing little weird challenges and stuff. So I would hate to say that I would love to do that, but it'd be kind of cool to do something like that, or that precisely. But again, most of the people that are invited to that are in the Pokemon sphere. It's people like Party Arlie and John Stone and those kinds of people who are making Pokemon content regularly, whereas I am not. I make ASMR content and factoid content, that kind of stuff. But it's a Christmas list, so who gives a hoot? Speaking of that reminded me the other sphere of YouTube that I'm forgetting. That again, it's the same thing, right? It's wanting to be in that group. It's a group of people that is not entirely, but includes Small Ant, or I guess Smant, he might go by now, CJ Ya, Fur, Crafty Boss, Grand Pooh Bear, Point Crow, Alpha Rad, all those guys that they sort of or I can't. There's sometimes they do smaller groups, and sometimes do bigger groups, and it's hard to tell who's part of which groups. But their videos always seem like a great time. And while I have never played Mario Odyssey or Zelda of really any kind, or Mario Kart World, I guess was the thing they were doing for a while. I guess the Donkey Kong Bonanza now. Gods, who owns a Switch 2? I should say, who can afford a Switch 2? I guess it's Christmas. Anything's possible. Anyway, it'd be super cool to join them for any of their anythings, a bingo or a hide and seek or whatever. Their content is just a ton of fun to watch, and so it feels like it would be a ton of fun to participate in. But honestly, I don't know. Ooh, Taskmaster would be great. Sorry, it's the stuff they do, not like literal English Taskmaster, but the fur or morph. Forgot him. Sorry. Taskmasters or etc. Those just, again, they look like a lot of fun. So that'd be kind of cool. So yeah, I guess that's my list of content creators that my people I would never, I will never, not for another many years yet, be collabing with any of those people. Heck, I don't imagine I will even correspond with any of those people for many years to come, assuming they and I continue to do YouTube. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Good night.